Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Lazenby. I'm DJ Laz here at WUSC, and today I'm interviewing a local DJ Kingpin, former DJ and current DJ as well.
Yes.
And we're going to talk a little music, and we're going to talk a little bit about arts and drafts at the Columbia Museum of Art.
Definitely.
So first off, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man. I'm just sitting in here, old stomping grounds, just bringing back a ton of memories, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is good.
All right.
This is good.
So I'll start off first about arts and drafts. Name one thing that you're excited about doing.
I mean, for one, it's arts, and whenever arts are involved, you get to see the creativity of people. You get to see the things that most people don't see, like the things people keep in their head. People can come out and experience it in real life. So,
just off the top of your head, what's your favorite exhibit or thing that they have at the Columbia Museum of Art?
Well, currently, it's been a while since I've been to the museum, but probably about 2-3 years ago, they had an exhibit about hip-hop in South Carolina.
Okay.
And that exhibit included some of the forerunners of hip-hop from the beginning of, South Carolina hip-hop, like DJ Prince Ice and Them Boys and Street Side. And they definitely talked about us, non-stop hip-hop, one of my very old shows when I was here at WUSC.
Nice.
Me and my man DJ Shakis and my man DJ Tony New and A Lover, and just talked about the history of hip hop and how it's progressed throughout the years. So that was definitely one of my most memorable interviews, and not interviews, exhibits at the museum. So
I liked right before COVID shut us down, they had Kirk Hammett's his horror film poster collection.
They did.
That was awesome.
That was fantastic.
I got to go in. I actually got to see him talk at the museum about it. Yeah, it was.
Okay, wow.
It was really cool. But some of those posters, man, he listed off some huge numbers on price, and I was like.
He got a unique mind.
I know it's,
and those posters made perfect sense. But those prices, it's
they're fair.
It's his original art, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
Well, I think we're going to talk a little bit about music now, which I know we both love.
Yeah, we
so,
definitely love it.
Here's a fun one. What's the craziest thing that has happened to you at a concert? It can be where you were either performing or attending. Just craziest thing ever.
Craziest thing. Whew, it's probably a few too many, but I'll start here. In this studio, definitely had a couple fights break out. Definitely had a couple people embarrassed on the mic. A couple people got called in. Even we had a young kid one time, and his mother was looking for him. His mother called the station because he was normally coming up. He used to always come up to try to DJ and rap with us, and his mother called the station looking for him. She was downstairs waiting on him. And he was trying his best not to go down there, but she eventually came up the stairs and she laid havoc into him. So that was such a funny time. But let me see. I've been doing so many different events and gigs, but of course the worst is probably just when you're in the middle of a set or the middle of a show and the sound just stops.
Yeah.
But the crowd still loves you, and you can just go screaming at the top of your lungs, and somehow, some way, like it was a point where we had to pull out generators and hook them up to the backs of our trucks just to keep the show rolling.
The show must go on.
Yeah, it has to go on. So it's a lot.
Speaking of concerts, what is your favorite venue that you've performed at?
My favorite of all time, of course, if you know the history of me, my history begins with Non-Stop Hip Hop. And Non-Stop Hip Hop was a radio show that started here at WUSC. That was my second show I did with my good friend DJ Shakis. Me and him, his name is Shakis the Beast now. Me and him, we started that show, and from the radio show we ventured into doing live shows, which was called Non-Stop Hip Hop Live.
Right.
And we used to do those at the Elbow Room down at 5 Points, which is no longer there. And then eventually we moved to West Columbia, and we have a residential spot at the New Brooklyn Tavern. So I would literally say the New Brooklyn Tavern. We were there.
It's a good pick.
At least 10 years, just doing different events and shows and breaking speakers and blowing mics and having fun with the soundmen and people. So definitely New Brooklyn Tavern would be my favorite.
Yeah, I've been there. Enough. It's just a really nice, really fun.
Now it's way nicer than we were there. New Brooklyn was dirty. Leaks coming from the ceiling. Speakers were busted. But the soundboard, like that sound, nothing sounded like New Brooklyn.
I was going to say, if the sound's there, then that's
like nothing. Like we've been to other places. We played in the Coliseum. We played at the Township. We've played, live on Main Street. We've done all types of stuff, but nothing sounds like the New Brooklyn Tavern. Nothing.
So what was your favorite concert that you were actually an attendee at?
I have a few because, I've been DJing for a while and a fan of music for all my life. But I would say, like, my favorite shows, probably KRS-One. I've seen him a couple times. The Roots. The Roots put on, like, a good 3-4 hour set when we seen them up in Charlotte. Earth, Wind & Fire puts on a great show. I've seen Maze. I've seen No Doubt. No Doubt puts on a great show, which is wild. Who else did I see? I've seen I Can See His Face. Actually, he's a Kenny Rogers, because I'm a fan of everything.
Yeah.
Kenny Rogers puts on a great show. I see Kenny Rogers put on a fantastic show. So it's like it's too many to name.
Oh yeah. When you go to so many.
Yeah, it's too many.
Now, who's one person that you haven't seen yet that you'd like to?
If this person was still alive, I would love to see James Brown live.
Okay.
I'd love to see James Brown. James Brown and David Bowie. I would love to see David Bowie.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would like to see David Bowie.
I really would. Like, I could imagine, like, the way his music sounds, I could imagine his live show.
Yeah, I've heard some live tracks. I'd like to just see him. I bet you he's like electric. Like he himself, he's like
he has
crazy. Yeah, explosive.
And, of course, I'm a '70s baby, and when I was coming up, the king of pop, Michael Jackson, was the person to see. So I would love to see Michael Jackson because people just faint when he just steps on stage. So I would love to do that.
Yeah. Well, onto your career as a DJ. Who's your biggest influence in like what you do?
When it comes to DJing, I started DJing actually in high school.
Okay.
I graduated high school in '95, but I started like around '92, '93. But I've been collecting records and cassette tapes forever, and I just started making pause tapes for myself, my friends, family. And then, eventually when I came here, I really got more serious when it came to DJing.
Yeah.
I had my first show here on WUSC, like spring '96.
Okay.
It was 567 Productions. That was the name of it because, my family's from the Low Country, and if you know area codes or like phone digits, 567 was the starter for those. So that's what I named it after. But then just being here and just gaining my skill and learning the craft and practicing, but definitely. Jam Master Jay was one of my favorites. DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Scratch, Pete Rock from Pete Rock and CL Smooth, DJ Mr. C from Big Daddy Kane, Qbert, the Executioners, the Invisible Scratch Pickles, like the list of DJs, Kid Capri, DJ Clue, like it's so many. Like I'm a fan of DJs who love the craft and take the craft seriously.
I get that. So, we know how you got started DJing, but where did your love of music start? Like how old were you? Like, what did you listen to? What clicked?
Well, of course, nobody can really take credit for the music they fall in love with. You have to give it to your parents or your friends and what you're exposed to. So for me, my mother, my aunts, they were huge. Michael Jackson, Anita Baker, Teddy Pendergrass type fans. They love soul and Motown and Stax and even new wave and like all types of stuff, gospel. So like really for my parents, but for me, I remember I had to be about 6 or 7. The first piece of music I think I ever bought was Fat Boys. It was a Fat Boys cassette tape, and then I went back and got the actual vinyl. And from there, it's just been collecting and collecting.
Well, yeah, because when you started, you actually had to go get it. You had to take up. You had to like take up some space. It's not like look, when I got started, just get
it's
on,
all on
get on my phone.
Yeah. I had to get the actual cassettes. So
yeah, that's really cool. All right, so what is your favorite genre of music, if you could choose one, and then what is a genre or subgenre of music that you think is underappreciated?
For me, my favorite type of music is hip hop. I'm a hip hop fan. I love it all. I love it from Run DMC to even Kendrick Lamar. Hip hop is my favorite. I think the most underappreciated currently for me, probably blues. I really think people don't give blues the amount of credit it deserves, because if you think about it, especially when it comes to American music, blues, spirituals go hand in hand.
Yeah, it's foundational.
Foundational for all music.
Yeah, so you mean like the blues music of the past, or like contemporary blues? Because I can't even like think of a contemporary blues artist. Honestly,
it's a few of them. Like Kingpin, he's a good one that's out now. But when I say blues, I mean like Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, Howling Wolf, Bessie Smith. The blues, it's hot, red clay, and mosquitoes everywhere, and somebody sitting on the corner playing a guitar. Like that type of blues. Because like when you really think about popular music, all popular music stems from blues, gospel. Whether it's folk music, whether it's country, whether it's soul, whether it's rock, their very foundation begins with spiritual.
Completely agree.
Blues. So I really don't think blues gets the credit it should.
Yeah, especially I know you mentioned Robert Johnson. I mean,
yeah.
I'll be the first to admit I did not know about him until like 1.5, 2 years ago.
Yes.
But I mean.
But you know about him.
Like seriously, like foundational stuff.
Yes. Like I mean, if you are a fan of Dylan, or if you're a fan of Creedence Clearwater, or Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, or
he's
like
great.
If you're a fan of anybody who's a guitar player, listen to Robert Johnson.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
So,
now here, this one might be a little hard. You don't have to answer it in a single answer, but what's your favorite track? What's your favorite song?
Of all time, for me, it would probably be The Message by Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. The Message, that came out like 81, 82.
Okay.
And, at that time, I was born in 77, so I was about 4 or 5 when it came out. And, I can't say I was a master musician then, but I was a fan of music. And, I grew up listening to, like I said, Michael Jackson and Earth, Wind & Fire. And, but when I heard Sugar Hill Gang and Planet Rock and that style, it just, it was just something in me that made sense. But then when I heard The Message, it just made more sense because I grew up in New York.
Right.
I'm from Harlem, New York. And growing up in New York, just seeing everything that he's rapping about. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stairs. You just don't care. That type of stuff I'm seeing when I'm young. So it just hit me and just resonated with me. So.
What's a festival or a concert or like even a venue that you haven't played at that you would like to play at some point?
Currently, I would love to play at William Bryce Stadium live, or even the North Charleston Coliseum. Like I've been to these places for different events, but like just here locally, I would love to do that. And of course, like I said, I'm from Harlem, so I would love to play at the Apollo. I never played at the Apollo. I've been to a ton of shows, but I've never played there. So, but I would love to do that.
Yeah, William Bryce would be fun.
William Bryce would be wild. It would be wild.
I mean, I would do everything I can to make sure that they pack the seats for you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So, shifting gears a little bit, you are the owner of Turntable City in Lexington.
I am.
And I can't remember off the top of my head, you opened in
I opened in 2016.
16, okay.
2016, nope.
Oh, I
Let
thought
me
it
make
was,
sure. 2017.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
The end of 20, because this year will make 5 years for us.
Yeah.
So, but Turntable City began as my love for records, and you know, living in Lexington, I've been living in Lexington, South Carolina for a while. And, you know, I've been collecting records forever. I've worked at Papa Jazz.
Yeah.
Shout out to Papa Jazz. You know, I love Papa Jazz. They're still family. I've worked at Manifest Distant Tapes. You know, I did some stuff with Sounds Familiar. Done some stuff with Scratch and Spin. And all the local stores that have been around for a while.
Yeah.
But I was like, we need something where I live. You know, and Turntable City just began, for one, for my love of records, and then for two, I just had a garage full of records.
Yeah.
And I had to literally do something with it. You know, my wife couldn't park in the car, and
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, I just had to do something with it. But you know, I'm a fan of record stores. Like, you know, the actual going to a record store, grabbing a record, finding a record, inspecting a record, something that you can add to your collection. You know, I love it.
So I don't know how to word this. When did the records and the cassettes and CDs and just physical media, was there a point where it became more than just a medium to listen to music? Like, when did it become like a collectible in your mind, or has it?
Well, for me, I mean, it's not so much the actual media. I love the media,
Right.
you know, but for me, I've just always been a fan of music. You
Okay,
know,
yeah.
you know, I grew up, you know, I have, you know, some real close family members, but, you know, I'm an only child. So music was my comfort sometimes. You know, if I'm mad, I know what I can listen to. If I'm upset, if I'm heartbroken, I know what I can grab. And just that love for music just, you know, eventually just came for me. So, you know, my collection officially started with cassette tapes. And I still have a ton of cassette tapes at home. But, you know, eventually when I wanted to take my love for music outside of my bedroom, I had to learn how to actually DJ. So I had to, you know, get some actual records. Because at that time, it was records and 45s. Now, you know, people just use controllers and Serato. And, you know, some people don't even bring, you know, some people have never even played on a turntable.
Some people just bring a
flash drive. And,
but, you know, it still works.
Yeah, it's music. It does work.
The mixes don't make themselves.
They
Someone's
don't.
got to do it.
Yeah, somebody definitely has to do it.
So, on the topic of like collecting media, what do you make of the fact that there's a lot of like music that you can't get your hands on, like on the streaming services, and then people go and they have the physical copies, and they won't upload them to YouTube. They won't make them available to listen and stuff like that. But they go for these outrageous prices, and that's how you gotta listen to it.
Yeah, now I mean, you know, the price, like people who do that doing it for the wrong reasons. Like, I understand if you want to keep something to yourself, it's, you know, if it's something unique and you want to make sure it's yours and you just want to share it with your crew of people, that makes perfect sense. But, you know, if you want to share it to the world and you want to, you know, put outrageous prices on it, you're just doing it for the wrong reasons. So, you know, everybody's here to enjoy music. There's not a person on the planet, I don't care what anybody says, there's not a person on the planet who does not enjoy some type of music. You may not like hip-hop.
Yeah.
I may not like heavy metal. You may not like country or classical, but somebody's going to listen to something. So if you can help somebody, help them. It's just a song. So.
Yeah, that's what I will say, I'll say I've done this, but I want to know if you've done this. Have you ever had something on tape, on record, that somebody wants to listen to, and have you ever recorded it and sent it over for me? I assumed you have it. It's on the same topic.
Definitely, yeah. I'm not a hoarder of music. If I have something that I know you would enjoy, by all means.
All right, yeah. That was just. And so speaking of this is what it's been building to. Have you heard of the Wu-Tang record that can't be released for, I forget how many years it is. It's over 100 years. The Shaolin record.
I know what
What's your take on it? I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy.
I agree with you, but you know that's when music becomes business, greed, politics. Because I've heard a snippet of some stuff from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this might have been probably a year or two ago. Somebody posted something up on, you know, YouTube. Now I can't tell you how authentic it is because I never heard the whole thing, but like that's just something that's just crazy. Like, you know, the fans want to hear it. Eventually, it's gonna come out. It's definitely gonna come out.
Sometime it's gonna come out.
Yeah,
I read. I read somewhere that they might be doing like exhibitions.
Yeah.
Where you can go and listen to it. Would you be going?
Definitely. But that's what I'm saying. If they invite people to listen to it, you'll see it the next day. Somebody's going to walk in
someone's
there.
going to go in with a tape recorder, a little lapel.
Somebody's
like
going there because they'll come up with all types of rules. No recording, but you're talking about humans. Humans break rules, so somebody's definitely going to record it.
Yeah.
Put it out there. So,
what is your favorite physical media that you own? Doesn't have to be rare or anything. Could be a one in a million, Billy Joel or anything.
Let me see. Like my favorite genre is hip hop. My favorite producer is Pete Rock. My favorite MC is KRS-One. But KRS-One, from him, it would be an album when he was a part of the Boogie Down Productions called Edutainment.
Okay.
That's my favorite from him. And then Pete Rock, he was a part of the group Pete Rock and CL Smooth. They released 2 albums, three albums actually, an EP and 2 physical albums. One, 92, 94, and then the EP was 91. So they created my favorite album of all time.
Okay.
The Main Ingredient, that's the name of it, by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I wish I'd have had a copy. If I had a copy, I would post it, but that came out like 94, 95, and like
not a big vinyl release.
No, it wasn't, because it took me. I remember buying the tape, and actually I bought the tape when I was in high school, and I bought it from Walmart, which is crazy.
I can't imagine buying cassettes at Walmart.
I did. I bought it at Walmart in Mount Scorner, South Carolina, so that's low country. I bought it from there, and then I was looking for the vinyl since, and I didn't find it until probably 2003.
And I assume expensive. Or
When I got it, I was working at Papa Jazz, so it came in with the collection. Somebody brought the collection, and before somebody even priced it, I just slid it off the top, put it to the side, and that's another conversation for another day. So, but yeah, definitely Pete Rock and CL Smooth, the Main Ingredient.
That's really cool that you've got copies of your favorite album.
Yeah, I actually have signed copies because I've seen them in concert.
Oh wow!
So I got a couple signed copies. I got a couple different color variants.
Oh jeez, I can't imagine to think you have a physical copy of your favorite album.
Yeah.
And so I assume you handed it to them. It's not like you sent it to them and they you met them and talked to them.
Yeah, I met them, talked to them, took pictures, brought my entire collection because like I said, I'm a fan, and when it comes to music, I like to be complete. Now, it's a lot of stuff I don't have, but I walked into the club. They let me in with a crate of records because they knew I was a fan.
It was like if someone's walking in to the venue with a small record store worth of stuff, they're not going to cause any problems.
So they let me in, and I waited till the end of the show, and both of them signed my entire collection. So,
wow,
which was great. So, but and I've been to a ton of concerts, so I have autographs from Jay-Z, from Nas, from Black Thought, from Pimp C, Guru of Gangstar, Slick Rick. I got autographs from Hootie, so like all types of stuff. Man. So
I can't imagine. Hopefully, I'll be able to go to that many concerts.
It's coming. The world is slowly opening back up.
We're coming back.
Yeah, concerts are going to be heavy now because
everyone wants to go now.
Yeah, of course. Wasn't Coachella just recent? Or is that coming up? I don't even know.
I'm not sure. I think Coachella is coming up.
I think it's coming. It was one of them, or might be like South.
It's gonna be big.
It's gonna be crazy. So
What's the next show you've got lined up to go to?
Well, for me, the most recent is the Arts and Is it Arts and Draughts? That's how you pronounce it. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Arts and Draughts.
I think it's drafts actually.
Is it drafts or draughts?
I think it's drafts because it's like arts and crafts, but
that's what
drafts.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
But because they sell beer, draughts. That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But that's the most recent one that I'm coming up to, and right now, I used to be DJing very, 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 very heavy in clubs, doing weddings and parties and shows. But I'm a family man.
Yeah.
I'm a career man, and I actually have, you know, a couple small businesses, including Turntable City. So my time is real slim now. So when I do come out to DJ, I just come to have fun. But I have this coming up. I actually have the 5-year anniversary of Curiosity Coffee Bar, which is off of North Main Street.
Yeah, I've seen you there once or twice.
I've been there a while, and they have the anniversary coming up the week after Arts and the Arts. And so I'll be doing that. And then, of course, I got some stuff coming up for the summer. But, you know, as always, you know, you can just check my website. It's DJKingpinVOV.com.
Villain of Vinyl.
Yeah, Villain of Vinyl. So, and, you know, I got that nickname. Actually from my wife.
Because of all the records in the garage?
Yes, records in the garage, records in the house. And, you know, she just got tired of stepping over stuff. So I was an enemy for a while, and you know I just found a synonym for enemy, and villain came up, and Villain of Vinyl. So
let's see, what was the first concert that you like attended after things started to ease up?
For me, I really haven't attended any concerts yet. Everything that I've been attending, you know, just been online, like the verses, like, you know, from Swiss Beats and Timbaland. That's really been the biggest thing. But I really haven't been to any concerts yet.
You got any planned?
I have some planned. There was the Maxwell concert. Maxwell and Joe, and there's an Erykah Badu concert coming up too.
I think I'm going to that one.
I'm thinking about doing that one. So, but there's a few that I have planned. I just, you know, we just haven't done it yet, but we definitely will be soon.
And I understand. It's you got to get back into the swing of it.
Yeah, got to get back into it. So.
Now, I forgot to ask this one earlier, but who is your favorite DJ or performer that you've, you know, like performed with on stage or been in the same set with or something along those lines?
I've DJed for thousands of artists, especially here in South Carolina. I've opened up for like MC Light and Big Daddy Kane and Kool Moe D, and but I think for me personally, is a good friend of mine, Fat Rat Desar. He's definitely been, you know, he's a brother to me. You know, we don't talk as much as we should, but I definitely enjoy, you know, working with him and doing stuff with him. So I think, yeah, definitely him. And then, you know, we've done stuff with Beat Junction Project, which is an old squad of, you know, crews that this had to be like 98, 99, 2000. So it's been a long time, but there's a ton of them.
Well, I'll say you're kind of living the dream for a lot of people.
Yeah, just a little bit. I need some of the money though.
I mean, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
The record store, man.
Hey.
Everything. I'm on the right path.
Yeah, you're definitely there, man. Because you know, if you're around music, you'll always be in a good space. You know, always in a good space.
Well, those are all the questions that I've got for you. If there's anything else you wanna, any words of wisdom.
Well, let me ask you something. What made you come to WUSC? Why did you want to become a DJ?
Oh wow, I didn't expect to get interviewed. Obvious answer: the love of music. But it's a way to show people the music I like. You know, I can post stuff.
Yeah.
I can text people about stuff. But there's something about, and it might sound a little weird. It's a position of power when you're entrusted with a whole FM wave for like your whole city. I mean, I grew up here, you know, my city from Irmo. So like I'm like, when you go to 90.5 from 2 to 3 a.m. on Wednesday mornings, it's me that I'm in control of what you get to hear, and so it's like I have to make sure I'm putting on good stuff, but I have to make sure that it's good stuff that other people want to hear. So it's a balancing act, and it's kind of pushed me towards new artists.
That's good. Well, you know, any words of wisdom I could give you, man, just keep the love for music, man. Just keep doing it. Because, you know, the older you get, you're in college. College brings responsibility. It brings bills and other things when you're finished. But if you want to do the music, just do it for the love and make sure you don't lose that love for it, man.
section.
This has been an interview with DJ Kingpin and DJ Laz. I hope you all enjoyed it. Any last words?
Thank you. Definitely to you, DJ Laz, DJ Kingpin, Villain of Vinyl. Started here at WUSC, non-stop hip hop live, love, peace, and hip hop, Turntable City. You know, we're here. DJ Kingpin, Villain of Vinyl, DJ Laz, WUSC 90.5 FM. Come on, man.